Welcome back to Prime Age Health Hub, friends. I'm so glad you're here because today we're diving into something truly life-changing for anyone over 60 who thought walking was the ultimate form of exercise. Now, don't get me wrong, walking is great. It keeps your heart healthy, improves circulation, and gets you out of the chair. But here's the reality: many people don't talk about walking alone is not enough to maintain the strength, balance, and mobility your body really needs as you age. In fact, surgeons and physical therapists are starting to call it the bare minimum and suggesting that if you truly want to protect your joints, prevent falls, and stay active well into your 70s and 80s, you need to do more than just clock steps. That's why today I'm going to introduce you to one exercise. Yes, just one. That is surgeon approved, incredibly effective, and safe to do at home. This exercise targets your lower body, core, and balance all at once, which walking simply cannot do. And it can make a dramatic difference in how your body feels in just a few weeks. I'm talking about a movement that can help you stand up from a chair without struggling, climb stairs without pausing for breath, and walk longer distances without fatigue. Imagine feeling confident and strong, even if you haven't exercised consistently for years. That's exactly what this exercise is designed to. And before we go any further, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you never miss tips, tricks, and exercises like this, specifically designed for those in their prime age who want to live healthier, stronger, and longer lives. All right, let's get started, because what I'm about to share could truly change the way you approach fitness after 60. Now, let's talk about why walking isn't enough and why this exercise is superior. Walking is repetitive, low impact, and cardiovascularly beneficial, but it doesn't engage all of your muscles. It doesn't do much for your glutes, quads, hamstrings, or your core, all of which are critical for functional movement, joint support, and fall prevention. After 60, studies show that most people lose about 1 to 2% of muscle mass every year if they don't engage in strength-focused exercise, which is a huge deal when you consider that muscle loss directly affects your balance, posture, and independence. Weak muscles can make everyday activities feel exhausting, and they increase the risk of injury and falls, which are one of the leading causes of hospital visits in older adults. Surgeons recommend exercises that strengthen the posterior chain, the muscles along the back of your body, including glutes, hamstrings, and lower back, because these muscles stabilize your pelvis, knees, and spine, making movements safer and easier. The exercise I'm going to show you doesn't just improve cardiovascular health like walking. It actively builds strength, endurance, and mobility, all in a safe, low-risk way. You see, as we age, our bodies don't just need movement, they need functional movement. Functional movement means exercising in a way that mimics the real-life motions you do every day, like standing up from a chair, bending down to pick something up, or walking upstairs. This single exercise checks all those boxes. It strengthens the exact muscles you use in daily life while improving your coordination and balance. But it's not just about strength. There's a reason surgeons love this exercise. It also protects your joints and bones. Walking puts repetitive stress on knees and hips, and for many older adults, that can aggravate arthritis or joint pain. This exercise, however, provides a controlled resistance that works your muscles without harming your joints. It stimulates bone density, which helps prevent osteoporosis, a condition that weakens bones and makes fractures more likely. Think about it. Each time you do this exercise with proper form, you're not just strengthening muscles, you're actively supporting your skeletal system and improving your overall stability. Surgeons, physiotherapists, and exercise scientists all emphasize that maintaining bone health after 60 is just as important as maintaining cardiovascular health. And this exercise hits both targets. And here's the beauty: you don't need any expensive equipment. You don't need a gym membership. You just need your body, a sturdy chair, and a few minutes each day. That's it. Consistency is more important than intensity at this stage, and the best part is, it's adaptable. Whether you're a beginner or someone who has exercised for years, you can modify the range of motion and repetitions to suit your strength and comfort level. Now, let me paint a picture of how transformative this exercise can be. Imagine waking up in the morning and feeling confident as you stand up from your bed or chair, no stiffness, no strain. You walk to the kitchen, pick up a glass of water, bend down to tie your shoes, or carry groceries without fear of losing balance. These small, everyday actions are often taken for granted, but as we age, they can become difficult without proper muscle support. This exercise trains your body in exactly those movements. It strengthens the glutes for powerful hip extension, engages your core for spinal stability, and activates your quadriceps and hamstrings for knee support. Each repetition reinforces neuromuscular pathways, meaning your brain and muscles communicate better, so your movements become smoother and safer. And here's a little secret, because it also challenges balance. Your risk of falls decreases significantly, which is one of the most critical health concerns for anyone over 60. Surgeons have studied this exercise in clinical settings and consistently found improvements in mobility, stability, and functional strength among older adults, making it a powerful alternative or even complement to walking. Before we move into how to do it, let's address the mental and emotional benefits. Exercise isn't just about the physical body, it's also about confidence, independence, and mental health. As you strengthen your muscles and improve balance, you'll notice a renewed sense of control over your body. Daily activities become easier, anxiety about falling diminishes, and you feel capable and empowered. This can transform your overall outlook on life, giving you more motivation to stay active, eat well, and maintain your health. In fact, studies show that seniors who engage in functional strength exercises report higher levels of confidence, reduced fear of falling, and improved quality of life. And that's exactly what we're aiming for here. Not just longevity, but vitality and independence well into your later years. This is why I can confidently say that this single exercise performed consistently is better than walking alone for anyone over 60. Alright friends, now that we've talked about why this exercise is so important and how it can completely transform your strength, balance, and independence after 60, let's get into how to do it properly. This is where the magic happens, because knowing about an exercise is one thing, but performing it safely and correctly is what actually produces results. I want you to picture this. You're standing in your living room, ready to take control of your mobility, and all you need is your body, a sturdy chair, and a few minutes each day. Safety first, always. If you're feeling unsteady, keep the chair nearby to hold on to for support. And remember, it's not about speed or how many repetitions you can cram in, it's about controlled movement, perfect form, and consistency. The exercise I'm talking about is a form of controlled sit-to-stand squats, sometimes called chair squat, but with a slight variation that surgeons love because it mimics natural, functional movement patterns. Functional movement patterns are movements that mirror what your body does in daily life: standing, sitting, bending, and lifting. So by training this way, you're preparing your muscles and joints for real-world tasks, not just pumping out reps for the sake of it. Here's how to get started. First, position yourself in front of a sturdy chair, ideally one that doesn't have wheels, so it won't slide while you move. Stand with your feet hip-width apart, toes slightly pointed outward, and your weight evenly distributed across your feet. Engage your core lightly. Think about gently pulling your belly button in toward your spine, and keep your chest lifted. Slowly begin to bend your knees and hips, lowering your body toward the chair as if you're going to sit down. Now, here's the key. You don't actually sit all the way down. Stop just before your glutes touch the chair. Hold for a moment, and then push through your heels to stand back up to the starting position. This controlled lowering and lifting movement is what activates the major muscles in your legs and glutes while also engaging your core and improving balance. Surgeons particularly recommend this because it strengthens the muscles that support the knees, hips, and lower back, reducing your risk of falls and injuries, something walking alone simply can't do. You want to focus on slow, deliberate movement, counting to 3 as you lower and another 3 as you rise. This ensures your muscles are working optimally and prevents any jerky, unsafe motions. Now, let's talk about breathing, because it's more important than many people realize. As you lower yourself toward the chair, inhale deeply through your nose, filling your lungs and engaging your diaphragm. As you rise back up, exhale fully through your mouth. Coordinating your breath with movement stabilizes your core, improves oxygen flow to your muscles, and keeps your blood pressure regulated, especially important for those over 60. Many beginners make the mistake of holding their breath or rushing through repetition, which reduces effectiveness and can increase strain on the heart and joints. By slowing down and focusing on both movement and breath, you're not just strengthening your muscles, you're training your nervous system and improving your mind-body connection, which is essential for maintaining balance and coordination as we age. This is one reason why surgeons recommend this exercise over simple walking, because it's comprehensive, engaging multiple systems simultaneously rather than just moving your legs forward. Next, let's discuss variations and progressions, so you can continue challenging your body safely as you get stronger. Once you feel comfortable with basic chair squats, you can try holding light dumbbells in each hand or even just a water bottle. This added resistance increases muscle activation, helping to strengthen bones and muscles further. Another variation is to pause at the bottom for 2 or 3 seconds before standing up. This increases time under tension, which surgeons and physiotherapists say is key for building functional strength in older adults. You can also try a single leg version once you're more advanced, where you extend one leg slightly forward as you squat down. This variation challenges balance even more, strengthens stabilizing muscle, and enhances coordination, all critical for reducing fall risk. The beauty of this exercise is that it grows with you, whether you're a beginner or more advanced. You can always modify it to suit your strength, mobility, and comfort level. Finally, let's cover common mistakes to avoid, because even a simple exercise can become ineffective or even risky if done incorrectly. One of the biggest mistakes is leaning too far forward or letting your knees travel past your toes. This shifts pressure onto your knees instead of the glutes and quads, increasing the risk of joint pain. Another mistake is bouncing or rushing through repetitions. Remember, slow and controlled is key. Also, don't round your back. Keeping your chest lifted and your spine neutral protects your lower back. If you experience pain, stop immediately and consult with your doctor or a physiotherapist. Because while this exercise is generally safe, individual health conditions vary. And finally, consistency matters more than intensity. Doing a few perfect repetitions every day is far more beneficial than forcing dozens with poor form once a week. Surgeons and physiotherapists consistently emphasize that this exercise is safe, highly effective, and capable of producing dramatic improvements in strength, balance, and mobility when done correctly and consistently. By incorporating this exercise into your routine, even just a few minutes each day, you'll notice your legs feel stronger, your balance improves, and tasks that once felt difficult, like standing from a low chair or climbing stairs, become much easier. And the best part? You're not just exercising for fitness, you're building functional strength that supports your independence and quality of life, which is exactly what makes it more valuable than walking alone for anyone over 60. With proper form, safe progression, and consistency, this simple, surgeon-approved movement has the potential to transform your strength, stability, and confidence. Alright friends, now that you've mastered the basics and even explored some variations, it's time to take things to the next level and really integrate this exercise into your life in a way that maximizes benefits. The beauty of this simple movement is that it's not just an exercise, it's a lifestyle habit that strengthens your body, sharpens your balance, and supports your joints in a way that walking alone can't. Let's start with integration. Think about how often you sit and stand during the day. Every time you stand up from a chair, you have opportunity to do a controlled repetition of this exercise. Whether it's standing up to grab a glass of water, rising from the sofa, or getting out of bed in the morning, you can turn these daily moments into micro workouts. Surgeons and physical therapists call this functional repetition, and it's one of the reasons this exercise is so effective. It mimics real-life movements while building strength, coordination, and muscle memory. Over time, your body will naturally start to feel stronger and more balanced without even thinking about it, and the risk of falls, strains, or joint pain drops significantly. Now, let's talk about advanced techniques to challenge your muscles further. Once you're comfortable with the standard form and variations like holding light weights or pausing at the bottom, you can begin incorporating more controlled tempo changes. For example, try a slow 5-second descent and a 3-second rise. This might feel small, but it massively increases the time under tension, which surgeons and exercise physiologists agree is essential for stimulating muscle growth, enhancing bone density, and improving neuromuscular coordination. Another advanced technique is combining this exercise with a slight knee lift or side step at the top of each repetition, which engages the hips and core in a slightly different way. By integrating small modifications like this, you continuously challenge your body with adding excessive strain, keeping the exercise both effective and safe for those over 60. Remember, the key is quality over quantity. A few precise, deliberate repetitions are far more beneficial than dozens done hastily. Next, let's cover recovery and nutrition, which are just as important as the exercise itself. As we age, our bodies need more support to rebuild muscles and maintain joint health. Make sure you're consuming adequate protein. Think eggs, lean meats, fish, legumes, or dairy because protein fuels muscle repair and growth. Hydration is critical, too. Even mild dehydration can affect muscle function, joint lubrication, and balance. Surgeons and physiologists recommend incorporating light stretching or mobility work on off days to maintain flexibility and reduce stiffness. Recovery doesn't mean sitting idle. It means moving safely, eating well, and giving your muscles the nutrients they need to repair and strengthen. By combining this exercise with proper nutrition and recovery, you're not just strengthening your legs and core, you're creating a complete system of health and resilience. Now, let's get into real-life examples because nothing inspires like seeing how this works in everyday life. Take Margaret, a 67-year-old viewer who shared her story with me last year. She struggled with balance and knee stiffness and had been walking daily for years, yet she felt weaker and more fatigued than ever. After incorporating just this single exercise into her morning routine, 10 controlled repetitions before breakfast, she noticed her legs felt stronger. She could climb stairs without pause, and her confidence in walking outdoors skyrocketed. Then there's Robert, 72, who had avoided weight-bearing exercises due to fear of knee pain. By starting slowly with chair squats and progressing gradually, he not only improved his leg strength, but also his posture and core stability. Both of these examples highlight a powerful truth. It's not about hours of cardio or complex routines. It's about functional, consistent movement that targets the muscles your body actually uses every day. Walking alone might help you move, but this exercise transforms how your body performs and feels. Finally, let's discuss the mental and emotional benefits that come with this exercise. Many people over 60 experience fear or anxiety around movement, worrying about falls, stiff joints, or fatigue. By consistently performing this exercise, you're not only building physical strength, you're building confidence and independence. That renewed sense of control over your body can improve mood, reduce stress, and even enhance social engagement because you feel capable of moving freely in any setting. Surgeons and therapists emphasize that these benefits are just as important as muscle strength or bone density because they directly impact quality of life. When you combine functional strength, proper nutrition, recovery, and a consistent routine, this single exercise becomes a cornerstone habit for living a healthier, more active life after 60. And here's the truth. Once your body feels stronger, your mind follows, creating a positive feedback loop that motivates you to stay active, eat well, and maintain your health well in your later years. Now that you've learned the exercise, variations, and advanced technique, let's talk about what happens when you commit to this consistently over the long term. Here's the exciting part. Within just a few weeks, you'll notice your legs feel stronger, your balance improves, and everyday movement, standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, reaching for items, or walking longer distances become easier and more natural. Over months, consistent practice can dramatically reduce your risk of falls, improve your posture, and even make your joints feel more stable and less achy. Surgeons have studied these movements in older adults and consistently found that participants not only gain muscle strength and mobility, but also reported higher levels of confidence and independence in daily life. And the best part, this isn't limited to just the legs. By engaging your core and improving neuromuscular coordination, your whole body benefits. You'll notice better spinal alignment, reduced lower back discomfort, and enhanced functional strength that carries over to almost every activity you do. Walking is still great for cardiovascular health, but this exercise does something walking simply can't. It builds a body that can move, lift, bend, and stand confidently at any age. And that's priceless when it comes to quality of life after 60. To get the most from this exercise, consider combining it with complementary movements that promote flexibility, mobility, and overall health. Gentle stretching after each session keeps your muscle supple and prevents stiffness, while light balance exercises like standing on one foot or slow heel-to-toe walking can enhance stability. Some people also include resistance-based exercises for the upper body, which balances strength across your entire body and protects against imbalances. Pairing this exercise with a diet rich in protein, vitamins D and K, and calcium support muscle and bone health, while staying hydrated helps joints stay lubricated. Think of this exercise not as a single activity, but as the foundation of a broader, sustainable health routine that keeps your body strong, resilient, and independent for years to come. And remember, the key is consistency. Even a few minutes each day can produce life-changing results when done correctly. I also want to emphasize safety and listening to your body. If you feel discomfort in your knees, hips, or back, slow down, reduce the range of motion, or hold onto a chair for extra support. It's far better to perform fewer repetitions perfectly than to push through pain and risk injury. Surgeons and physiotherapists repeatedly stress that proper form, controlled movement, and gradual progression are essential, especially for those over 60. And don't forget, every repetition is a small investment in your long-term independence. Each time you do this exercise, you're strengthening muscles, supporting your bones, improving your balance, and protecting yourself from falls or injuries that can compromise your freedom. This single, surgeon-approved movement can truly become the cornerstone of your fitness routine after 60, offering more benefits than walking alone and creating a body that feels strong, capable, and energized every single day. As we wrap up today, I want to leave you with this thought. Age is just a number, and your body has incredible potential to grow stronger, healthier, and more resilient at any stage of life. By committing to this simple exercise, integrating it into your daily routine, focusing on nutrition and recovery, and practicing consistency, you're investing in years of mobility, confidence, and independence. Remember Margaret and Robert from earlier, real people who saw real transformation simply by adding this one exercise into their lives. You can do the same. It's not complicated, it doesn't require a gym, and it doesn't take hours out of your day. Just a few minutes, done consistently, can dramatically improve your quality of life. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today here on Prime Age Health Hub. If you found this video valuable, make sure to hit the like button, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe. For more surgeon-approved exercises, health tips, and wellness strategies specifically for those in their prime years, leave a comment below letting me know how this exercise works for you or any questions you have. I love hearing from you and helping you live stronger, healthier, and more confident every day. Stay consistent, stay safe, and most importantly, stay strong. I'll see you in the next video where we continue to unlock the secrets to living your healthiest life after 60.